Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 Audi A3.
And a big thanks to Audi of Tampa for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance vehicle in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the A3 has been Audi's subcompact executive sedan since 1996. The 4th generation A3 that you see here was released last year for 2022. And for 2023, there are a couple of changes, starting with the base A3, now coming standard with LED headlamps and nicer armrests. The Premium Plus is now available with the LED interior lighting package, and you can get adaptive cruise control as a standalone option on the base premium trim. A wireless charging pad is included now with the convenience package, and the black optic package gets unique 18-inch rims. There are 2 trim levels for the regular 2-liter A3, starting with the Premium at $36,495 after destination, the Premium Plus at $39,895 also after destination. Both trim levels get the 2-liter turbo, made it to a 48-volt mild hybrid system. Front-wheel drive is standard, but there is optional all-wheel drive, made it to a 7-speed automatic transmission, cranking out 201 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this car to 60 around 6 seconds. But again, this is the premium package starting around $36,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your full LED headlamps, LED daytime running strips, clean Audi front fascia, full front parking sensing, and we get adaptive cruise control as a standalone option now for the A3. But overall, for the money, this is a beautiful sedan. We'll check out the space out back, see if it's practical for the whole family. I like the body lines for the hood. Pretty nice overall. It's not functional airflow in the corners, but still loaded with features for the price point. The wheels, pretty basic looking. We get the 5-spoke 17-inch rims wrapped in Pirelli P0 all-season tires. The dimensions being 225/45 R17s and a dual piston brake caliper up front. Pretty nice overall, no plastic cladding, additional side sensor. We don't get the 360, but we do get full front and rear parking sensing standard on a $36,000 Audi A3. LED turn signal on the mirror. It will be a 2-tone contrast with the black, but it's a black exterior, so it's a single tone mirror. The glass fills up just about the entire frame. No blind spot monitoring on the glass, but there is a blind spot sensor right here in the corner, which you can see perfectly while you drive. Not shiny chrome for the window trim, like an aluminized material. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. Blacked out B-pillar, and we get the moonroof here on the A3. Smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Smart access also out rear. This is a loaded sedan for the money. Same rear wheel and tire setup. Only difference is a smaller single piston brake caliper. Additional side sensor out rear. Full LED taillights, LED reverse light, A3 badge, Audi badge in the center. Full rear parking sensing, of course. We can take a squat back here, get a good look at the exhaust tip. And speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 2-liter turbo, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter turbo sold by Audi for the 2023 A3. It's not the loudest, but it makes a healthy amount of power at 201 horsepower, 221 pound-feet of torque. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but made it to the 7-speed automatic transmission, 48-volt mild hybrid system, and front-wheel drive. You can expect 0 to 60 around 6 seconds, which is definitely respectable for a sub $40,000 sports sedan. We get a strut, just one single hydraulic strut, but it's enough to keep this hood up. The battery's on the driver's side, but the engine is pushed to the left quite a bit. But what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this thing right up, take a step back, get one last look at the front styling of the 2023 A3. And let's take a step inside and check out the interior, see what we get for a base 2023 A3. Again, smart access for all 4 doors. Taking a step inside, up top, soft touch materials with some aluminum beneath that, aluminum door handle, lock and unlock, 2-person memory seats standard, auto one touch for all 4 standard, heated side mirrors, power folding mirrors, and 4-way adjustable too, all standard. For 2023, we get nicer quality for the armrest too, leather for the center, down below, hard plastic, but to be expected. We have a cup holder and decent storage. You're probably not gonna be able to squeeze a sandwich in here, but you'll fit a candy bar in there with no problem. Decent sound system too for a base. Trunk release, aluminum and illuminated kick plate as we step inside. The seats are also leather with white contrast stitching. They're not the fanciest looking, but they're very comfortable, fully adjustable. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats, and four-way lumbar control. Taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start stop right down over here, and we can see everything fire right to life. So first thing we notice, we have a 10.25-inch digital gauge display and a 10.1-inch touchscreen, both very high resolution and really high quality, especially for a car that starts at $35,400. Other than that, the steering wheel is also the first thing we notice. It's very thick, solid 10-2 bolstering notch, 9-3 feels great, and we get additional notches in the corners, which help the 9-3 feel even more sporty. It's not a flat bottom, but again, wouldn't be expected with an entry-level sports sedan. The horn area is rubberized. The horn itself, pretty aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. On the left side, we have our infotainment adjustments. On the right side, volume and skip, favorites, voice commands, and you can hang up and answer your phone calls. Cruise control with this stock below. Speaking of the infotainment adjustments, we'll take a quick look. These are the radio settings. You can press this view button and it eliminates everything that we were just looking at. You can go side to side, see the consumption, MPGs, mobile device, and right back where we started. My personal favorite to look at all times will probably be something in this consumption area. See the energy consuming, air conditioning, driver assistance. Yeah, it's probably my favorite to look at all times. We'll leave it at the driver assistance. The tach goes to about 6,200 RPM. The speedometer goes to 160. Fuel level on the right side. Driver assistance beneath. The speedometer on the left side also shows us what drive mode we're currently in. We're currently in dynamic, and the coolant temperature to the left of that. The drive modes are right here. We'll check that out in 1 second. The stocks, very satisfying click, auto headlamps of course, and we get auto high beams and auto rain sensing wipers. Really appreciated, nice features for a sports sedan, luxury sports sedan in this price point. We also have secret storage to the left of the steering wheel. It's not a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, but really wouldn't be expected for this price point. The latch tilt and telescope right over here. Auto headlamps, as we mentioned, front fog lights and our lights out rear too, all controlled with this little button layout here. Aluminum surrounding that, some piano black surrounding the buttons too. The air vents have an aluminum stick running through it. The dashboard is all soft touch with some stitching underneath this window sticker. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. Down below, hood latch release. Hopefully you can get a good look at your pedals. They're not like sport aluminum outline, but still impressive overall. We mentioned the 10.1-inch touchscreen. We don't get navigation, unfortunately, on the base premium as a standard feature, but it still has a little icon for the navigation, so I'm sure you can find a chip on Amazon or eBay and you can integrate navigation onto your touchscreen. But the home screen, of course, we get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, radio, media, phone, navigation, phone apps, vehicle, favorites, and settings. Vehicle, we'll see what we can adjust. Audi Drive Select, so you don't have to go through the drive mode selected to adjust. We have Comfort, Auto, Dynamic, and Individual. We'll start the review off in Comfort, Transition, and Dynamic, and just see what the differences are. Closing out of here, we also have settings and services, emergency assist, AC, light and visibility, and parking aid for the parking sensors, settings and service, and our favorites. Music, and this controls the radio, phone, but my personal favorite to look at all times would probably just be this home screen. Not a whole lot going on since we don't have navigation, and I'm not going to hook up Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but still really nice to have. We can slide to the right, see everything else that's available. Cool. Beneath that, dual zone automatic climate control. It's actually a tri-zone. We'll check that out rear. Heated seats up front, no ventilated seats. These buttons aren't blank. They actually control the temperature and vent speed for both sides of the vent controls. Beneath that, we have our drive mode select button. You can turn off your traction control, turn off your engine start stop, which we will do. Hazards, parking sensors, and the auto parking with the steering right here. You still have to control the pedals or you're gonna crash right into whatever is behind you. On the bottom, we have two USB-C ports, wireless charging pad, part of the convenience package, costing around $1,900. We'll check that out in the window sticker in 1 second. Engine start stop, some piano black surrounding it. The gear selector is controlled with a push of a button. We can check out the backup camera real quick. Excellent resolution. We get guidance lines and trajectory, front and rear parking sensing too. We press this button and it closes right out of our camera, but we still see our parking sensors. Cool. No forward-facing camera standard, but again, wouldn't be expected for this price point. This thing is still absurdly loaded for the money. You press the park button and it stays in the backup camera, unfortunately, so it kind of makes me think that we're still in reverse, trips me out a little bit, but you can press that X and it returns right back to the home screen. Behind that, electronic parking brake, no brake hold button, 12 volt, good spot for a radar detector, good spot for some coins behind that, 2 cup holders. You'll fit 16-ounce water bottles with the pushy things to keep the drinks in place. Pretty small armrest, but it's comfortable, soft, good place to rest your arm. A little bit of space beneath that. I wouldn't expect you to fit more than maybe 2, possibly 3 cans if you can stack one on top of the 2. decent space, more spacious than my Camaro, but definitely not what this car's about. Not the center console space. The glove box though, pull this latch, it's damped, lined with felt, and massive. You're fitting 40, 50 license plates in this thing. This is one of the larger glove boxes in the segment, especially for the subcompact segment. I like the aluminum trim running through this interior, Audi badge right above, aluminum stick running through the air vents on the passenger side too. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror with a compass on it. LED interior light, you press this button right here and it illuminates. It's kind of tough to see because of the sunny day right now. And we get the moonroof. It doesn't have an auto slide, you got to slide it yourself. Not a big deal though, it has an auto slide for the roof itself. We'll see how far it opens. It opens up pretty slowly. Cool, see if it goes any further than that. It does not, but it goes out just about to the end of the front row. We'll poke our way out of here. It is a beautiful day today in Tampa, Florida. Sunny and 80 degrees. We can shut this moonroof right up. Leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you can see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for the front seat. Let's take a quick look at the window sticker real quick, see any features I might have missed on the 2023 Audi A3 40 TFSI front wheel drive. Base price, again, $35,400, absurdly affordable for what you get here luxury wise. Standard features, you can pause, take a look at all of these. Loaded with standard features and safety features. Options, this Mythos Black Metallic is about $600, $1,900 for the convenience package, which includes a motion sensing alarm system, an advanced Audi key, Audi side assist with rear cross traffic alert, auto dimming interior mirror with compass, auto dimming power folding exterior mirrors with memory 2, memory for the driver's seat, we have 2 personal memory seats, park system plus with park assist, wireless charging pad, and the Audi Guard all-weather floor mats are $185. After about an $1,100 destination charge, total price is sitting a tick over $39,000, still absurdly good value. Great on gas, 32 mpgs, 28 city, 38 on the highway. It's helped because of the mild hybrid system, but still good on gas, good with the luxury. Performance-wise, I'm excited to take it out for a drive. That's about it for the front seat though. Let's see how much space is offered in the back seat, see if you can fit people back there for the whole family. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, so if I can fit back there, just about anybody can. Up top, we have hard plastic. I was not expecting hard plastic, but this is probably the first cost-cutting measure I've seen in this car. And remember, it's under $40,000. You got to save some money where you can. Leather for the center, gushy soft for the armrest, auto one touch even out rear, aluminum door handle, which leads flushly with this aluminum trim. The seats out rear, the padding goes out all the way out to the door frame, so very couch-like. Legroom, again, I'm a little over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have enough space, at least an inch, maybe 2 for my knees. Headroom, I have about an inch. My hair is about starting to touch, but my head itself probably has half an inch to an inch before it does. Cargo nets behind both of the front seats. Tri-zone auto climate, we have the heat and AC controls. The vents, however, can either be turned on or off. There's no actual vent controls. Still counts though, in my opinion. Tri-zone climate, 2 USB-C ports underneath that. Ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to the moonroof. Interior light back here, also LED. We have a center cubby. We don't have a string, but you can jab your hand into it and it cuts out pretty nicely, so it's not the most difficult process. Leather around the cup holders, which are pretty large. You'll fit 16 ounce, maybe 20 ounce water bottles in there, and you'll fit an arm on each side of the cup holder. We get a hook too for this armrest if you want to put a suit or a dress up there and keep it from getting all wrinkly. That's about it for the back seat, guys. Let's check out the trunk real quick, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2023 Audi A3 out for a drive. Underneath the second Audi ring is the button, and you get a little electric assist for the opening, and the hinges are covered so you don't have to worry about crushing your cargo. The opening is also really large for a subcompact sedan. You get a ton of space back here, good wheel well cutouts. I don't think you'll fit a golf bag horizontally, but you'll definitely fit it vertically. You fold the rear seats down, 60-40 split. I would expect you to fit up to a 55-60 inch TV back here because the cutout size is basically the same size as the trunk itself. We can take a quick look at the secret storage down over here. See what we got, just a spare tire, a donut with some space for some secret stuff right outside of it. What you see is basically what we get. It's not an electric tailgate, of course, wouldn't be expected. We can shut this thing right up, walk around this 2023 Audi A3 one more time. Absolutely absurd what you get for the money. Performance wise, we'll see if this 201 horsepower, 221 pound-foot of torque 2-liter turbo and mild hybrid system has what it takes to call this a real luxury sports sedan. But speaking of that, let's take this car out for a drive.
All right, guys, now we're just about seen everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2023 Audi A3. Let's take it out for a drive. And I changed my mind. We're going to start off in dynamic, transition into, what do we call it? Comfort mode, but dynamic mode. We'll do a slow rolling start on the gas. Woo! Okay. Yeah, it gets up to speed really well. We get to the highway speed quickly. It's not blowing you away in terms of speed, but my previous car was an Acura ILX with a 2.4-liter four-cylinder, also making about 201 horsepower, but only about 180 pound-feet of torque. And this feels stronger, noticeably stronger. It tells you the distance I am from the car in front of me. It says 2 seconds of distance. Cool. Maybe we can try some passing power with these manual shifts. 4th gear, 3rd gear. There's a guy in my blind spot. But we're in 3rd gear. As soon as they pass, we'll try quick pass. On the gas. Boost. Nice. It picks up speed pretty well. We got to get off the highway here. We'll check out the handling. In dynamic mode, the steering feels good. Nice. You hear a little wind noise, but we don't get dual pane windows here, to be expected. The steering feels great. Try a rev match downshift. Okay, it takes a second, not the quickest response. All right, guys, taking a step out over here on the gas. Woo! Traction control. Yeah, we catch up quickly. Try out these manual shifts again. 2nd gear, we'll throw it in way quicker than we should. Oh, the handling is good on the gas. Come on, buddy, what are we doing here? Okay, we don't have to be too reckless, but we'll slow down a little bit, try a 3rd gear pull. On the gas. Boost. Yeah. It pulls hard. I don't think it pulls as hard as BMW's 2-liter turbo, but it also doesn't pull as hard as the 2-liter turbo that Audi sells in vehicles like the Q4, Q5, or any of their higher output 2-liter turbos. Just a low output engine. I'm sure you can tune it and get the same power that you get from the higher trim levels or higher models in general. But out the gate with this 48 volt mild hybrid system, it still feels surprisingly strong. Taking a step out, lean into it about 1/3 of the way, passing power. Yeah, that's a 3rd throttle, guys. This thing can move. Looks like a good opportunity to try an acceleration off the line. We'll see if it puts the power down well, and I'll catch back with you in 1 second. All right, on the gas. Ooh, little bit of wheel spin. Yeah, it feels strong, guys. It spun the tires a little bit off the line, and these are pretty wide, 225 wide tires. So for around 200 horsepower, 220 pound-feet of torque, this might be an underrated engine. I'm telling you. We'll try one more little pull. 4th gear, 3rd gear. The rev match just takes a long time, about half throttle. Boost. Quick shifts though. It feels strong and it's so smooth. You look down, you're going so much faster than you think you are. We'll try it out in comfort mode, see what the differences are. The steering becomes absurdly light, like laughably light. It's like a video game now. The differences in the steering are huge. We'll see the throttle differences. The brakes feel about the same. It actually feels a little bit lighter of a brake pedal too. Steering feels a lot lighter, but it's just as direct. It doesn't change the directness of the steering. We'll test out the throttle sensitivity, take it out of manual mode, about 3rd throttle. It's still reasonably sensitive. It's not too sensitive, but still feels very strong. This 48 volt mild hybrid system probably helps. We'll throw it in a little bit quicker than we should. Yeah, the steering's a little bit lighter. The suspension also feels like it might be a tad softer. Looks like a good spot to step on the gas. Woo! Still feels just as strong. The shifts are also a little bit smoother, not quite as snappy, but very little differences. The biggest difference, I think, is the steering. In the individual mode, I would probably set it so that I can be in sport steering or dynamic steering at all times. With suspension, transmission, and throttle, I wouldn't mind if it was in comfort. I actually almost prefer it to be that way. But the steering, dynamic steering, I prefer. On the highway still, just as much road noise, just as much wind noise. It doesn't add or take away any of the isolation. We'll do a window check. We don't get dual pane windows, and they're not the thickest single pane of glass, which is why you hear a little bit of both road and wind noise out on this highway. This guy in front of us, he just really loves going 15 miles below the speed limit. Okay, I guess it wasn't his fault. We'll try a little passing power, about quarter throttle, and it still picks up speed very well. And as you see where the blind spot indicators are, they're not on the glass, but it's still a pretty easy way to see what's going on in your blind spot. Through the turn, yeah, the on-center feels much lighter. You can barely even feel if the wheels are connected to the ground, so I would definitely leave it in sport at all times for the steering. All right, guys, one more time, situated on the gas. Surprisingly quick. Overall, guys, you're looking for a premium sports sedan, but you don't want to spend over $40,000, this is a great way to go. You got plenty of space for 4 or 5 people, plenty of power to do 60 in around 6 seconds, and the fuel economy, you'll be getting over 30 mpg, so it's cost effective. You're loaded with tech, just about every option you could possibly want or need. Wireless charger, front and rear parking sensors. No 360, but come on, front and rear parking sensors for a sedan this size is more than enough. We'll try an acceleration out off the line and wrap things up for real, but just know that I am really impressed with the value that you get here on the 2023 Audi A3. All right, guys, off the line about half throttle. Ooh. Guys, if you're looking for a luxury sports sedan under 40,000 bucks, I would definitely recommend checking out the 2023 Audi A3. And a big thanks to Audi of Tampa for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car, SUV, or sports car in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Steven, and huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.